Another thing that you can do with the line is to rewrite the line from a different starting point and make your new line contain all of the elements that makes that line that line. You'll find that writing this new line will really make you deeply discover some new things about the line itself. And you'll also result with a cool new phrase that's your own. Let's do this with one of the more sophisticated lines from Sunny Stitch Solo over Sunny Side of the Street. You can find this one in measure 17. And this is the line that goes like this. Cool, so let's go ahead and get out some staff paper and see if we can replicate that line from a different starting point. Okay, so thinking in E minor 7 here, my alto saxophone, E minor 7, what we had, we started on the root and then played down to the chromatic approach tone and then back to the root and then we walked up to the third. Let's start this line on the third and see if we can replicate everything from here. So we're going to play the third, and we're going to go down a chromatic approach tone, return, and then walk up to another chord tone. Now going back to the original line, we played a 3-note enclosure around the root again, that first starting note. So we're going to make a 3-note enclosure around this starting note, around our flat third. Let's see what we can make. Sure. Do, 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 do. Cool. Let's keep going. So that line encloses the third of the 5 here. So we enclosed the third of A7. So can we enclose the 5 of A7 this time? So the original line did this. 2 notes from above, 2 notes from below. So let's do that here. There it is. So all together we have. Nice. Now the next phrase. We just go up the scale. So what happens if we do that? Okay, so if we play a scale run from our E here, I like this, but now we arrive to the 5 chord and the phrase before landed right on a chord tone. We didn't do that here, we landed on a 9. Can we maybe add in a sort of passing tone somewhere so we can land on a chord tone? Yes, so if we just add a major 7th passing tone, do, do, do. Great. So now we have a complete measure. And the original line did this. So we went up 3 scale tones, and then we went up 2 diatonic thirds. So what would happen if we do it from here? Nice. Do, 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 do. Okay, now the phrase does this. So right here, it should land on a C sharp somehow. So this note is 1 chord tone below that last note. So let's see if we can arrive in that same way. Right now our line in that measure starts on the root. So can we make it down to the third somehow? Let's see if we can. There it is. We just have to go down the scale and it's all there. Do, 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 do. Okay, so my measure's cut a little short here. Do, do, do. La, 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 do. So I'm just going to keep walking through this process and we'll look at my final result together. All right, so here is that result. Here is the first line again. Now here is our brand new line. Cool. Slightly different colors, but all of the elements are still there. Really, really cool exercise. I learned a bit more about connecting some chord tones, and I also learned a little bit more about that final phrase there, though. There was a sneaky little approach tone from below at the very end there. Cool, so really, really fun exercise. Let's try it really fast. Wow, really fun. All right, everyone, that concludes today's video. I really hope this video helped. And again, if you want over an hour's worth of more tips just like this, feel free to check out my jazz vocabulary course, which you can find in the description below. And don't forget, you can use the code VOCAB25 for $25 off.